Hello and welcome to Get a Grip with me, Angela Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Patterson.
Now this, as you know, is the podcast where we get loud about the realities of womanhood.
And basically dive headfirst into the chaos of life.
So if you're sick of being told to pipe down or calm down, or dare I say it,
get a grip, then you're exactly where you need to be.
Yes, you are. Grab a drink, pull up a chair, have a scratch, and stick your bra up your nose.
Ooh,
nice, right?
I'm really going to give it to you, Ange. Every week you surprise me and impress me with where we are sticking our bras.
Do you know, I'm really thinking of moving to wireless bra. I don't know if the public can handle it, but I really think that maybe the wiring in bras is like an abuse to us.
Is that what gets on your sorry to be on the nose, but is that what gets on your tits about them?
No, I mean, honestly, I don't feel them, but I wonder if that's like internalized misogyny. I just don't see it anymore. Whereas I'm like, actually, this is a big old, like, it's basically like having a spoon keeping your bits in place. Like if you had an underwire suddenly holding your arse cheeks in place, you'd know about it. But we've become so used to it under our boobs, like that's normal. It's not normal.
Conditioned. I do like a sports bra moment. Like when I'm just bombing around in gym gear, I'm quite happy like that.
I like a bralette, but I just don't know if they like me.
Oh no, bralettes do not like me. I got far too much tit for one of them.
Yeah.
Do you know, I feel like because of the size of my mate, I've got to remain loyal to the wire.
Loyal to the wire. I've got to remain loyal to the wire. That sounded so profound. I'm like, if anyone dropped in, we were not talking about bras there.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, but anyway.
Geopolitical climates and that.
Have you been wearing a bra on the Strictly Tour prep?
Fully in me sportsy.
Yeah.
Although I did go braless for this morning.
Wow.
Have a bit of that Ben Shepherd.
Did you? How did he respond?
Oh, I didn't notice. While I was talking, anyone else could fucking get away.
Fair.
My tits were the last thing on anybody's mind. Yes, it's good, babe. So we started last week and I was nervous. I don't know if you felt the same. Like I think we said like I was doing it to get closure and blah, blah, blah. But I actually feel like in the period that has since passed, like I got my closure and actually it felt like starting all over again. I had like real first day of school vibes, and it's in the same place where we first ever met everybody.
There's a real full circle kind of,
yeah.
But everything's completely different.
And like Kai just keeps saying like, oh, like don't worry, it's like riding a bike, it'll come back. And I'm like, fucking, it does not.
No.
It definitely felt like first day of school, learning everything again. But honestly, within a couple of days, I was back in the swing. Like it's a great group. Everybody's so lovely. Really nice to be back. And the dances we've picked, I mean, for me to be doing the tango again, like, yeah, Cheryl, I'm a little bit less excited about.
Do you know what? I think the crowd will be like doing that thing.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But there was a moment for me last week and you don't really practice your individual dances.
I know.
A lot.
There's just an assumption that you did them.
You know, absolutely. So you really focus on the group dances, which are new, and I get it. There's a lot of moving parts. They definitely need our attention.
Also, you're in an arena. I think that you don't realize until you get up to Birmingham or wherever, the scale of ground that you have to cover, the like moving parts, literally the stage in the middle, the like steps, navigating all of that stuff. There's quite a lot. So from a production point of view, they're like, oh, okay, we just need to make sure nobody gets killed. So your tango's the least of their worries.
Exactly. But obviously for me, like, you want those moments to be lovely. But when we did get a chance to sort of do the tango last week, I could have cried, Ange.
You posted it.
I could have cried.
I know, it was actually quite emotional watching it. And you could see your like commitment to it. It was love.
And like, oh God, honestly, mate, like.
So what was it that made you?
Don't know. I didn't expect to love Strictly as much as I did. And the fear and everything that I felt initially probably overshadowed me joy at first, like, oh God, like it was it was a real fight to get through my nerves. And then, when I started to fall in love with it, it was just like all consuming me, and I adored it so much. And, I think I'm finally in a place where I can say like, my exit was a real shock to me emotionally. Not because I thought I was the fucking best dancer, but just because I was having a nice time and I loved it so much. I hadn't prepared myself mentally. So I can now, rather than compartmentalize, proper process, and leaving broke me heart.
Yeah.
Broke me heart, mate. And to come back and have this second opportunity, and I know it's not on the telly or anything, but I'm dancing again. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I'm dancing again. And honestly, mate, I'm just so happy.
So when I did the tour, and like quite similar circumstances in many ways for us, right?
Mate, that charity shop so wick.
The wig.
That's me dead. I saw the picture and I was like, fucking hell.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, literally direct swap. But I think what you realize over the course is, so there's so much, as you say, so much wrapped when you're doing it for the show, right? And then you move to tour and it might not be as polished, and there's a live audience that you get feedback like nothing else. But also you don't have to think about the steps anymore, which is like the ideal situation in the actual show, but not really. You don't really get the luxury of that time, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you're going out there not thinking, oh, am I going to remember where my foot goes? You're actually dancing like a proper dancer by the end of it, certainly. And then you start to like perform and enjoy the crowd and all of that. And I think like that's where your head should be, where you're like, I'm just going to like feel these, how many people are in the O2?
Oh gosh, I think it's something like 16, 17,000. Which literally makes me have the shivers.
It's amazing. And imagine that, because the tango is a very intense, quiet, like intimate moment. So it'll be like you two are doing this dance, just watched by that many people. It's fucking epic. You're gonna love it.
I think I'm finally realising that, mate, that this is going to be one of the best things I've ever done.
Honestly.
I am going to miss Irk and the dogs. It's a long time to be away.
Yeah.
Long time to be away. And I am feeling some anxieties about that. But I know once I'm there and I'm in the swing of it, it'll fly.
But they can hop on a train and head up to Newcastle and watch you shake your whammy. Funky song.
Irk's going to pop up. Irk's going to come to Newcastle. Because we get 20 tickets for the tour. I'm sure you know this. So like I had about 55 people wanting to come and see me in Newcastle alone. So I've managed to get a box for the gang.
Of course you have.
There's going to be someone there for us all the time. So yeah, he's going to come up and see us with me mates, which will be nice. And then obviously he's going to go at the O2. So it's not really lovely without him. I'll just miss me home life.
I know. Especially when you're into it after the coziness of Christmas. You're like, I don't want to be pulled from the nipple.
Yeah.
Leave
my nipples alone. But yeah, the crew was great. I'm back with Kai, George, Lavoie, Aliash, Leighton's here.
Brilliant.
He's lovely.
He's a sweetheart.
So yeah, everyone's great and I'm really excited. Will you come and watch?
100%.
Do you want to bring the girls?
I would love to bring the girls. They're like, when can we see Vicky? So I didn't want to tap you up for tickets till you have your feet under the table, but I will be.
Yeah, tap me up. I have, because I've managed to secure these boxes. I have.
Great. So what, a box in every city?
No.
You are such a diva.
No, so I've got a box in the O2 and a box in Newcastle.
Yes, okay, I'll see you in the box, babes.
God bless Heineken for not wanting it on that particular show.
Oh my God, how funny. That's bougie as fuck.
You have some quite big news.
I do.
We'll tell you then.
So I've got a new show.
Mate, this is massive.
So obviously, I don't know whether I mentioned Gary the Penguin, The Apprentice, Celeb Apprentice, went out at Christmas. So I filmed it probably before we started the pod.
No,
last year. Was it?
Well, do you not remember me?
I was on my way into this studio when I got the call.
Yeah, so full disclosure, I was also going to do it.
I remember.
And the first I found out I wasn't was when you rang. You were like, I'm on my way to Lapland. I was like, well, I'm obviously not.
Showbiz is brutal.
It's savage in this game.
Absolutely savage.
But if it couldn't be me, Ange, I'm glad it was you.
Thank you. Oh my God, do you mean that person? So, because I filled in last minute for somebody who dropped out. Do you think we were both called last minute?
No, babe, I couldn't make it work with me, diary.
Oh, fine. Well, then don't make me feel guilty about my star turn. Do you know what I mean?
I don't feel like I made you feel guilty.
I literally just felt like I took that opportunity away from you. And she's like, no, I had better shit to do. What are you talking about? Okay, fine.
I wanted to go. They were just like, oh, sorry, her dates don't work.
Diary.
But they didn't tell us. I just found out because you went.
Okay, well, anyway, I went and somehow, against the odds, we won.
Smashed it.
Yeah. And there's like a bit of a change in the companion show to the main, Your Apprentice, The Apprentice even. And it's 20 years in and it's 20 years on the telly.
That's amazing, that, isn't it?
Unbelievable. So it's the first time. So it's a really big series. It's out of the UK for the first time. They start first boardroom out of the UK. Like it's big. There's lots of things. It's currently in my inbox, the first episode for me to watch. watch this afternoon. I didn't want to watch it beforehand because I have a mouth like, I don't.
I was just going to say, how are you trusting yourself to not say something you shouldn't hear? Because I'm sweating from behind the knees for you.
I know. I'm nervous, so I didn't allow myself. But it's exciting. And so I'm going to be hosting the companion show. So a bit like Traitors Uncloaked. It will be a visualised podcast. So it'll be across BBC Sounds and then it'll be on BBC Two and iPlayer. And we did our first run through yesterday.
How'd it go?
It was so fun.
Oh, yes, mate.
Yeah, so it was like
kind of guests.
Yes. Will you come on?
Oh, that was not what I was putting for.
You
I
were.
Swear to God.
She was.
But I will be there with bells on me.
Yeah, great. So yeah, because anyone with a bit of business side hustle, we love. It's exciting, but it was funny because there was so much to kind of wrap my head around yesterday, and we took an episode from last year, and so I was like diving in, but slightly out of context. And obviously, I love the show and I've seen it, but you're with a different hat on, I suppose. But it's exciting.
But I think it's the perfect hat for you.
I think so.
Also,
I'm going in on the business attire.
No, so have you gone like Elle Woods?
I've done a fitting. I wouldn't say Elle Woods, although there's one that might be a little bit Elle Woods in flats.
Okay.
And then I've gone for like performative ties.
So like Kim Kardashian in that fucking lie, I think she did.
Yes.
No, I love it so much. And my stylist is so against it. I'm always like, I send in pictures like of people who do it. Like Fern's done a nice one, Olivia Atwood done a nice one. I'm always like, what do you think? And she's like, I just think suits to me. It's a bit like you're dressing up. And I'm like,
Literally why we're in the gig, babe.
Let me fucking play a dress up.
So anyway, it's going to be on like soon. I want to say we record for real next weekend, and then it's on the telly on the 29th. So like
end of the month,
week after next.
Perfect. And do you know it's a perfect time, mate? Everyone's in, everyone's watching the telly. It's just it's going to be great.
Snuggling down.
Oh, congratulations, Ange.
Thank you, babe. I actually came home from the run through yesterday, and I felt guilty because it was my first weekend kind of off for a while, and I came home and there was balloons outside the door that said,
"You're fired."
Con cats. They couldn't find an R. The R's were all sold out. But it was so cute.
Oh,
and the girls had put it up, and honestly, it really warmed my heart. And I got home around half an hour early, and I snuck in under the balloons, and I hid behind the door, and then they knew it was me and opened the door, and they're like, congratulations on your new job. It was actually so cute, because I have a really toxic instinct to just, okay, I've got that now. What's next? I'm not even in the moment, and I battle and try now really hard to like sit into the thing as if it is the last thing I'll ever do.
Just be present and grateful. We're all really guilty of looking to the next thing, mate. Honestly, especially in this industry, it's so transient. But that's lovely that they forced you to just like take a minute and really, because you've worked for this, mate, and you deserve it.
Yeah,
I'm thrilled.
Thanks, babes. See you on the couch, hon.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think, good news aside now, we need to talk about Stephen Bartlett and his very Handmaid's Tale-esque conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. And to top it all off, we've got a 79-year-old man who is looking to spread his gene pool too. All of that after the break.
I fucking hate men.
Welcome back. What in the world's been going on? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Since last Thursday, what have I missed? Take it away, Ange. What in the world has been going on? Woo! Oh, well. What? Well. I feel like I don't know whether the algorithm is trolling me, but this is the only thing that's been presented on my old algo, apart from sexy pantries. So it's quite the swing. So like fabulous pantries with stained glass doors.
Do you know what I heard the other day? That someone, my spray tanner, has been going to spray tan, has like a secret panel in her kitchen, and it's just like looks like the rest of the cupboards, and you press it.
I'm getting one of them.
But you press it and you walk in, and then that's your utility. So that's where you hide all your washing and your messiness.
Ah, stop.
It's lovely.
Lovely.
And I've just got them fucking horrible clothes hangers everywhere.
Do you know what?
Chinese laundry.
Oh, really? Practical though.
Yeah, it is. You can do.
It's practical. Do you know, I imagine Mr. Stephen Bartlett does not need to think about his laundry, because presumably he's got a little woman doing it for him.
Chained to the kitchen sink, as she should be, according to Stephen and his guests.
Yeah.
So no, I agree with you. I think this has landed terribly. And I don't think they really foresaw the huge waves, not even ripples, that it was going to make, because it's also all I've been saying.
But it's an old ep, right? So it's from February last year.
How is it just doing the rounds?
I don't know. Obviously, someone did a deep dive and was like, maybe the 2 eps side by side showed a theme that, you know, cannot be let off as like just an accidental thing. Who knows? Sometimes these, I mean, they could have been revisiting a best of over the Christmas.
Yeah.
And like something that really landed. And now suddenly people are like, hang on a second, sorry. The birth rate is declining because of women's selfishness, I think, is like the overarching theme is this concern and worry about
the male loneliness epidemic.
That and about the gene pool, about the like, you know, unfairness of men potentially not being able to like pass down their genes because they haven't been chosen by a woman who's desperate enough to deal with their bullshit.
Like, I absolutely, like, right. So I get that it's this like pseudo-scientific like health podcast with like, you know, business advice and blah, blah, blah and all that.
And psychology and like whatever.
All the dramatic edits and the music and all the rest of it. And I get what he's trying to achieve. And it's
brilliant.
A very successful podcast. Yeah. Like, we absolutely need to acknowledge that. But do you know, when it's on the subject of this particular issue, it's the language he uses to talk about it that gives me the ick. Yeah. So when he's like, you know, there's so many men who aren't going to pass on their gene pool. Like, why? Like, that shouldn't be
a given.
The discerning fact, like the fact, why aren't you saying be a father? Why aren't you saying have a healthy, happy relationship? Have a family? Like, what you're saying is pass on your gene pool. Like, that's what's important. Like, you've got some sort of wicked super sperm and brilliant genes, and that's all we need to talk about. Like, if that's your main desire is passing on your genes, you're not describing father behaviour to me. Like, that was an initial red flag.
Well, yeah, it's like a hit and run job. That's all you have to do.
I just want to continue on my line.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
To prevent mass extinction. So it's like, oh, I'm a superhero, like spreading my seed around the place so that like humanity continues.
Like, some sort of ruler of some sort of old-fashioned Ottoman empire just fucking shagging Ali's harem.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, you can keep your sperm.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to sound a little bit like manosphere-y, Andrew Tate-y, like all these things are, it's giving me, it is giving.
I think a big problem with it is that with that manosphere thing, often that's wrapped in quite a macho way. It's a bit shouty. You can scroll past it really quickly.
And we know exactly what we're getting. They're not hiding, Ange. They're very unapologetic about their misogyny.
Yeah.
So subsequently, we're seeing it and we're thinking, knobhead.
Yeah, you got a nice clean filter on, whereas this guy is speaking articulately and calmly and in a softly lit kitchen. So it all sounds civilized
and
until
palatable.
You start to unpick exactly that. And that's the kind of, that's the worry about it really. And I get that there is like drops in birth rates, but the fact that they haven't like really dug into why.
The wider issue around it.
Yeah.
And they're just like honing in and blaming women. That's how I felt. And that's how, based on my timeline at the minute on Instagram, that's how a lot of other women have felt as well. Like, if you're not looking at the cost of living, if you're not looking at
the general infrastructure that helps parents be parents, like that's the truth of it.
Thank you.
And I think, you know, back in the day, like women didn't have credit cards. They couldn't open bank accounts. They were dependent on men to build a secure life, right? So that was, you know, I'm sure they offered lots of other things, but like ultimately, in some cases, exactly that. But it was like financial dependency meant that they had to stay in relationships that weren't right.
Yeah.
And women, for the first time really in history, collectively have got financial freedom, and they're going, I don't know if I need to deal with this shit anymore. I would quite like to choose a partner who I believe is going to bring something to the table, bar a signature that allows me to have a bank account.
Yeah. I thought there's a couple of parts of the podcast that people have been pulling apart that I thought were very interesting. And there's this one moment where he like, basically the decline of the nuclear family is essentially placed at the blame is placed at the feet of women. And he said, the guy who he's interviewing says something along the lines of like, it's a huge part, like the huge part to play is like the emancipation of women. And I was talking to Erkan about it. And like,
even the language.
Yeah, I know. And Erk's like, what does he mean, the emancipation of women? I was like, women getting more rights. So being able to have a bank account, being able to get a mortgage in our own name, like that's what they're blaming, like us having a right to choose. And then the next thing was the suggestion that there should be some sort of government mandated, appointed, like
Handmaid's Tale.
So Handmaid's Tale coded, like essentially like a government brothel where if you're fucking a lonely fella, you can go and be set up with a woman.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe these words were leaving his mouth.
But also it's not even like set up with a woman. That it feels like, and there was a lot of references to incels, right? So like these somewhat.
Which is ironic because it was giving incel a little bit the chat anyway.
Yeah. I think that the idea of men not having to look at their behavior and how they may need to change and adapt to respond to women's freedom, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, maybe I need to give a little bit more to a partner to justify her, like, you know, settling down with me.
No, I think like there was zero accountability. It felt really like a really unhealthy take. It felt like a very misogynistic take. And
like the word that came out of Stephen's mouth at one point, should we put systems in place to make sure that these men meet partners?
That was what he was suggesting. So essentially some sort of like government scheme that like match makes decent, nice women to just go and be fucking Handmaid's Tale style breeders for these weird men who want to pass on their gene pool.
Yeah. And it's like that kind of intervention rather than them
looking at their own behaviour.
Looking at their own behaviour. And why is educating men never the solution that's suggested? So it's women, wear a longer skirt, put a little stocking on there, go home before 10 p.m. so nobody rapes you. No, men, stop raping women.
Just stop raping.
Fuck me. It's actually wild. But you know what? I do think what's interesting, and I used to listen to Diary of CEO.
Did you?
I did. Early doors, right?
I mean, it's incredibly popular, mate. You're not the only one. Jesus Christ.
And they had access to amazing guests, and obviously it's designed, they were kind of early starters in those clickbaity, clips.
Very
anyway,
clever.
It was noisy, right? And then I thought, why am I listening to this? Much like, why am I getting my nails done every other week, right? I'm like, I need to question my own behavior and ask whether I am choosing or I'm just falling into this rhythm.
Following a crowd.
Exactly. And then I looked, I was like, it's hosted by a man. Fine. Okay. But like.
Said in a way that made it feel like it was absolutely not fine.
But no, like that. But I was like, you have to like vote with your feet, as the expression says.
Goes. No, I like that one.
It's like, okay, I can't be banging on about supporting women and then my podcast listening is men. Like you have got to actively follow and support, right?
I think what's really worrying is, and you hit the nail on the head, Ange, you really did. It's like those loud, very noisy, pro-men, misogynistic podcasts we all know to avoid.
He's got a MAGA hat on. At least we're signalled.
Yeah, exactly. There's obvious red flags, and any young lads who are feeling confused, looking for their part on the internet, like looking for something to call home, if they've got half decent bone in their body, they know to avoid that, you know? This is sneaking under the radar, packaging itself as pseudoscience, as a business podcast, something to make you successful.
And like an intonation with a question. I don't know. I'm just like, would that be a good idea?
Yeah. Oh, should we set up poor women with creepy men? Like, should we?
I don't know.
And I think that's what's dangerous. It's like this hiding in plain sight sort of thing. And for me, there was a lot of misogynistic undertones in it. And like ones I just don't think we can ignore, honestly.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, I felt disappointing, mate. It felt disappointing that.
Well, given the reach of it globally, not just here, it's like one of the biggest podcasts in the world now, which is just reinforcing that that's a normal conversation that we're even entertaining in 2026.
And mate, don't get me wrong. I know that there is a problem with male loneliness. Yes. That is something we do absolutely need to address. But last year, with the success of adolescence, it felt like we were making some positive headway in that space, teaching young lads in school from a young age, like how to interact, like what you see in porn isn't what women want in bed. We're not all just there at your beck and call. Women can have ambitions. We don't need to just be there for you. It felt like it was going in the right direction. And this feels like a step in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And listen, is it the downfall of Stephen Bartlett? I don't know. He's probably going to be our he's fucking loaded. But like, I do
and
feel
also he then like literally came out a day later with the performative proposal, which felt oddly timed in the grand scheme of things. And also like quite lo-fi. Now maybe he was listening to Instagram's head of content who said we need scrappy, unfiltered content to cut through in this day of AI.
we don't want it to be polished. We
But
want
like
real.
the lad is fully lit on his morning runs in fucking San Fran, and here he is in a grainy old, like I don't know where they were, but like,
on an old little disposable camera.
literally,
It felt weirdly that he was trying to be non-performative in a
I like
performative
women.
way.
I'm kind to women. Look, I'm on my knee. This is old school. I'm chivalrous.
She can have a career as well. I'll even let her couldn't have a bank account.
I let her.
Honestly, mate, I am. It's left a huge question mark over his future for me. But I'm not his audience, am I?
No, but a lot of women do listen to that podcast. That's the thing.
I think there'll be a lot less now.
You know where we are, like girlos.
If anybody's
Send
looking
us
around
around the group chat. We definitely will fill a Stephen Bartlett shaped hole. I was on the tube this morning. Vicky, you know, the tube is it's a train that links like different kind of areas in London to central London, but you have to get on with other people. That's the difference.
You see,
you can't like talk about the temperature. You cannot address the music.
Okay,
if
so
someone smells, they are not ejected. Unfortunately.
I love how you painted me as this complete princess. I used to get the tube to work every day when I did Heart.
You did in your hole. Get out the door.
I used to get it from fucking Loughton Station to Tottenham Court Road, and then I'd put her down every
Walk.
day.
Aye, on your feet.
On my feet. It was costing us 200 quid a day in cabs.
Was this too much?
It was too much. Luckily, I moved to a Saturday now, and it costs us £200 a week. I get a car. So go on, tell me about the. Did you say Tubi?
Tubi. Yeah, Tubi. I was on the tube this morning, and I did think, okay, because I know us women banging on about equality, left, right, and centre.
How dare we?
Honestly, and I did think, like, part of me. So a bunch of lads got up and left at Euston.
Mm.
And I thought, cool, like the seas have opened, and there's definitely 3 seats. Chances are I'll get one.
Yeah.
3 lads sat straight down. Crombie coats, full hairlines, like not an old man in sight.
That is one thing that will really get my goat. I consider myself to be I'm not young, am I? But I'm not like 95 or whatever. Like
I don't think many people are like going, I'm going to let her down on the seat.
Fair enough. But that's the one time where I open my mouth and my mum or my grandma comes out.
100%.
It's about people giving up their seats on the train. Yeah. So when I used to get it, Irk used to say to me, he was like, you are too nice to live in London, Vicky. Like I was up and down like a jack in a box, mate. Anyone who had bags, anyone who looked like they were a mother who'd had a hard day, anybody older than me, even the slightest bit, you know, they might just not have had a fucking decent skincare routine, but I was up on my feet for them. Do you know what I mean? And I was, do you want me to see? Do you want me to see? I made it awkward for people like asking so much. The fact that there's like people sitting down, young, able-bodied lads,
I know,
and they don't get up for women, pregnant women, older men, whatever. But then really fucking fires me up.
But do you think that's them going, you have your own bank accounts?
Feminism.
You want it always, but then we both have an entitlement. Boom.
I crotch chopped on feminism and I really regret it. So I
also a sitting crop trot.
Crotch feminism.
Yes.
Oh, that made us need a wee.
Ow. Please don't do it on this seat. It's been through enough. No.
Is that what you're pondering?
I just kind of thought it was like, oh yeah, it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You guys banging on about equal wages and all.
Yeah.
That seat's free. I'm going to take it. And I thought, no, I like well-mannered, chivalrous men who don't like raping or stealing from women, basically.
And I also want your seat. So stand up, Tossa. I don't know. There is definitely an argument that is the pinnacle of feminism.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe, you know, if you want to be incredibly pedantic about it, us saying like, oh, we want our own rights, our own life, blah, 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 everything else. But we also want you to stand up to go back to old school chivalry. Maybe we're just asking for too much.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is too much to want to feel safe, be treated equally, but also you to show a bit of respect. Is that bad?
Bend
Am I asking for too much?
the knee, bitch.
I can't. I just think let her rule the world. Let her rule the world.
You and me, we can light out. Okay, speaking of ruling the world, there's some owl lad called Benjamin Slade, right? 79. Back in the day, this chap, I imagine, would have had some link to someone who ruled the world. He's a British aristo, 7th Baronet of Manswell House in Somerset. Okay, so he's a big old country pile, right?
I did not think that's what you were going to say there. And I was going to agree with you.
Listen, I don't know. So he's got access, I would say. Who knows whether he's got, you know, liquid cash.
I think so. There's obviously there's the old adage, isn't there, that these people who have these great big dusty old manors actually don't have the disposable income anymore to support them, to help them like
There's stuff in cash in the holes in the walls.
Well, they just haven't got the money for it. It's a tale as old as time. I'm pretty sure that's why loads of the aristocracy got married off to American women back in the day.
So the Yanks would come with the cash.
Well, that was it, yeah, because the Americans wanted the status and the grandeur that came with being like lady something or baroness something, because they were considered new money. It was very tacky.
Is that not just Downton Abbey?
No,
That's
babe.
a fictional story, babe.
I am very well aware, mate. Honestly, one area where I'll not be quizzed is my fucking history.
Napoleon, she's going to come for me.
Don't watch
Napoleon.
But yeah, so it was quite common. They had a name for them. Can someone Google me that name? Because it'll annoy me otherwise. But yeah, so it's
Gold diggers. No, I'm joking.
Well, the men were.
Yeah, they were. And this lad, right?
Go on, tell me about this lad. I've gone off on a history tangent.
No,
lads.
sorry, I love it. Go, keep
no,
going.
I've
We'll
finished
find
it.
out the name of this woman.
What I'm saying is you might not have as much money as we think.
Exactly that. He might just have a big old pile that needs a paint, right? So he might be barking up the wrong tree, in fairness, but he's searching for a woman to provide him. Oh, Jesus Christ, this has taken a turn.
So it's like he's put
Hang tight.
Has he put an ad in a paper? Can I just...
Well, he's put an ad somewhere and he's looking for an heir. Oh, Jesus. I thought he was just looking for someone to wash his feet and feed him.
No, babes.
He's looking for an heir.
It's very Stephen Bartlett coded. He's passing on his gene pool at his fucking age.
Oh my God. Sorry.
He'd be
Okay.
shooting just dust, surely.
But
Surely.
horrible old bastard. The visual. Pooh. But also
Dollar princesses. That's what they were called. Thank you.
dollar princesses. Get it, girl. But also, what he's saying is he needs a woman basically to house an heir that he can then like skip her and give the estate and his £1 million fortune, which, let's be honest, £1 million's a lot of wedge. If you've got a big old dusty house and the conservatory needs a bit of renovation, that's not going to get you too far, right? So this is absolutely wild. And he has a daughter that he's never met. So he hasn't exactly shown himself to be father of the year.
Oh no, he's absolutely showed his true colours. And also as well, I think it's very telling that he has a daughter he's never met. If that was a son, Ange, I don't think this would even exist.
Oh my God.
Because he is still looking for the heir, isn't he? He's looking for a man. That's what he wants. He doesn't want a woman to spend his twilight years with. He's not looking for a companion.
He wants someone to carry on the gene pool.
Yeah, exactly. He is looking for a host body. Let's have it right. So he has actually put together a list, mate, of the criteria with which you have to meet if you are hoping to apply for the position as his host body to house this heir. Do you want to hear it? They get progressively more unhinged.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1, at least 20 years younger than him. How
Hello,
fucking
Leonardo
original.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, you weird old cunt. Free from drugs and alcohol use. That's me out. Thank God. Never been happier.
Oh my
to love a glass
God.
of wine. Yeah.
Also, imagine the amount of pills rattling around in him at his age.
Mate, he must rattle when he walks. Next one, not a Scorpio. Do you know what, mate? It's starting to feel like a personal attack. I wasn't going to shag you anyway.
Scorpios are spicy, I'll give you that much. Baroness, what's his chops? Baronet, a Manswell House. What's his name? Benji. He's not wrong about Scorpios.
Benji the bell end with his fucking prejudice to Scorpios. What else? Have a drive. Fuck, I'm sorry. This is starting to feel very
pointed.
personal.
It is quite personal.
Must have a driving license and a helicopter license preferred.
Carol Vorderman has a helicopter license. I don't think she's in the running for this now. I should state.
Listen, there's no way she would shag him.
She'd absolutely eat him for breakfast.
There's nothing Carol Vorderman can't do, in my opinion. Just
I'm
so you know.
obsessed with that woman.
Babe, when I say she's commented on one of my posts, I get the tingles.
I know.
I am literally so buzzing about it.
She's a woman's woman, you know.
She is a woman's woman.
I love her.
She did a comment on one of my posts about how it was so lovely to watch us grow and shine and achieve the things I wanted. And I nearly cried. Coming from Carol Vorderman, that was like,
she's icon
status, mate. You know, she would whip him into shape in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Next, possess a coat of arms or come from a high profile family. It's ideal, but not mandatory. Oh, you are so kind.
What? I have a coat of arms.
Do you?
But I wouldn't want to be hanging it on his.
Next,
I don't know if I think everyone has a coat of arms, or is that just Irish? Like, you just go into a shop in the ILAC Centre and they whip up a little like crest and put different colours on it.
No, I don't have a coat of arms, Andrew.
I bet you do.
That sounds
I
fancy.
bet you do. I have a lad who'll give you one.
Show me a coat of arms.
I have a picture of it at home. It's red. I think it's red and yellow, and one of them is Roy's coat of arms and one is the other. Like, it's not a fancy thing. It's a very, in any lot of Irish homes, they literally have them hanging on the wall. Like, it's not a thing.
It's giving War of the Roses, and
Is
I'm
it?
obsessed. I have a
Everyone
coat
has
of
a
arms.
fucking coat of arms. It's
Show
not
me
a
my
thing.
coat of arms. Is it good? It looks green. No, I don't like green.
That's
It's
all
like,
right.
No,
it's like your tango dress.
No,
babe.
it's also like Slytherin house, Angela. What? Is that dragons?
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
dragons?
that makes Scorpios.
I like a swan.
Scorpions.
All right, I could be all right with that. Well, anyway.
hang tight, Vic.
Go on.
He's letting it slide for you. Be a good ballroom dancer.
Oh, will that make up for the fact I can't drive?
That'll do.
And I'm
physically
a Scorpio.
fit. Not read The Guardian.
Garbage paper. Be taller than 5'5". I just about scrape in there. I don't know why I'm really positioning myself as like a front runner to shag this old fella.
Not be Scottish, rude, a lesbian, or a communist. This guy has got sass. I'll give him that.
I love how he thinks
no lesbians, no Scottish people. You bloody wish you have a lesbian in the bed with you, babe.
I love how he thinks lesbians are going to be queuing up to answer this.
But to be fair, maybe a lesbian would be like, do you know what? It's 50 grand a year position. There's house, there's car, there's food and holidays and expenses. And he's probably got 10 years in him if he's lucky. Can we finish on this one? Sorry.
You're out. I've just seen it.
It's like when I saw Scotland, I was like, boom, she's still in. Not from countries beginning with I, with green in the flag.
So hang on. So that's Italy, an island.
Yeah, I would say India, Iran.
But you know what? It feels weird. It feels very strange. But he's allowing Iceland.
Because Iceland's what colour flag?
Just blue and red, I think.
Iceland. He knows nobody in Iceland has social media.
Yeah, well, also, I don't think any... Have you seen the fellas in Iceland? No one's fucking him if they've got an Icelandic fella to choose from. You're joking me? That'll be our Vikings, man. Oh, my God. Honestly, this is just truly tragic.
I feel like this might be a bit. I feel like Joe Lycett is going to be writing a show about this and premiering it in Edinburgh.
Should we answer the ad?
Yes.
I want to answer the ad and be like, listen, I fall short on a couple of your criteria, but I'm a wildcat in that bedroom, mate.
Oh my God.
And fertile.
Fertile ass.
This is what I'm thinking.
We should do it.
Should we do it?
And I can say, look, on a technicality, yes, I am from a country beginning with I, with green in the flag, which is a, non-starter for you. However, I now live in London.
Exactly. I think
loophole.
Loophole. I think out of the list, you're probably going to be more his type.
I definitely think I'm his type. I'm not a Scorpio. I do have a driving license. Yeah. I once took a helicopter. I possess a coat of arms. I'm probably better at Latin, but I can do ballroom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Guardian, I could take it or leave it, frankly. I'm 5'6", so I just scrape in. I'm not Scottish, a lesbian, or a communist.
Ange, I think, do you know what? I think because he's quite a tall order, I think you've pretty much nailed it. And worse, I think we should just waste his time. # team waste his time.
Honestly.
Yeah. Just fucking get a little dialogue going, get a little discourse back and forth, save some poor woman from his clutches while just waiting for him to die.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I hate him. Benji, you're a bellend. And get ready for Angela Scanlon to be a pen pal.
We're coming for you, Benji. Oh my God. But also, what notions has this fella?
This is the old guard, isn't it? This is what men thought
guard.
they could do if they had a bit of coin behind them.
Do you know what I'm going to say? Benji, I'll send you my list with the ticks and not. First up, dick pic. You show me yours and I'll show you mine, Benji. And then we can start chatting.
I've never wanted to see a dick less in my life.
It'll be worse than McGregor's little tripod. Travel tripod.
If you've spotted a story that you think we need to hear about, headlines, hot takes, or heated debates, get in touch.
Yes, we want this podcast to be as much about you and Benji as it is about us too. hello@getagriplove.com is the email. The Instagram is @getagriplove and our WhatsApp is 07457 411 037.
We'll be back every Thursday, so please hit that follow button so you don't ever miss an ep.
You do go hit that follow button. I'm just repeating, but double down, keep saying it until they do it. We've also had a lovely 5-star review. Obviously, Grace got the memo. We're a little threatening. Listening to Vicky and Angela always cheers me up, she says, and every episode feels like a little escape. I'm only 15.
The youngins,
babe, obsessed.
The fact that the youngins are like coming to this podcast and just sitting in their fiery feminism is fucking really reassuring to me.
Sorry for the language. This year has been very stressful, but sitting down to listen to them makes me forget all the chaos for a while. They're funny, real, and always make the hardest days feel lighter. Thank you for making me smile when I need it most. Love you, girls. We love you too, Gracie Lou. And you can give us a great review wherever you're listening. And just remember, gang, a bit like Grace, it's 5 stars or fuck off.
Bye.
Love you.